So the Evans has given us the weather we need. Hopefully everyone's at rest and at peace to absorb exactly what we are here today for. You see what I'm saying? Keep missing the point. Somewhere along the line, we keep, or someone keeps missing the point. You know? I rather like that t-shirt there, and it says culture shock. Now, culture shock is something that happens suddenly. See that? It says culture shock. Culture shock is not something that happens over any great period of time. Today, Best Buy and Stop and Shop is there, Target is there, and tomorrow they're not, and no one can explain it. Culture shock. That dog looks so mean. I don't know if he's looking at the people or he's looking at the officer as they parade past. Yeah. Because you see, when people get together and they stay for any period of time, authority, there is a worry, a fear that arises. And it shouldn't, because we have constitutional laws that govern our citizens and their actions. You see? So, but in today's society, there's a fear that arises when the gathering lasts for any period of time, that the end result will be detrimental to another citizen. And there's a fear, there's a genuine fear there, because if in our society this fear does not exist and dominate our action, we would come to more civil solutions. You see? So they have a genuine fear, as we see more police officers gather, that this may turn violent, which it shouldn't. We should march to the highest politician's house in New York City or office, and sleeping bags should be out, and people are sleeping on their porch, and people are sleeping on their lawn because we pay taxes for those lawns and those porches. That's your house. And when you have an issue, you can't have those politicians living in your house without giving you solutions. You can't have people acting in a way that justify a massive showing of police officers to bring some sense to you. You can't have that. You have to say, what are you doing, Mr. Mayor? What are you doing, Mr. Governor? Hey, Mr. Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo, Governor Andrew Cuomo. Deep respect to your father also. Yeah. So this crowd remains, and it's fluctuating up and up, you know? Yeah. And we are having the police present fluctuating on each side of, because this side of the Barclays Center is now dominated by more officers, because I guess they were there, but and there's still a large contingency of police officers there, but the numbers rose and they had to move to that side as well as there. And when you go to rallies, because when I was a boy, 6, 7 years old, and grandpapa, my grandfather, saw a need to bring me to these places of a political rally, because this is political. This is political. It is legislative in its essence, but it is political in its shell, in its outer coating. It is political. Because it is political because we need to call on those who are duly elected to speak. Yet and still, none of those politicians feel threatened that their lawn will be invaded by a cake or a sleeping bag. You see what I mean? Yeah. All they are probably thinking is, if you act in your usual manner, I have enough officers to take care of anything you may come up with. But that should not be your mindset. The mindset should be, I pay taxes for that lawn, the house that you live in, and I have come to occupy it because you do not deserve to occupy it. Is it shocking that this has happened again? While it's not here in New York, is it a culture shock that this has happened again? I don't know. Because people can no longer command their destiny by appearance. There has to be substance. And you're getting robbed of your substance little by little. The potato famine happened because the potato had been removed from South America for so long that the genes started to get weak. But as soon as they went back and got some of that strain from South America, the potato is able to feed the entire world. Crazy what I'm talking. Okay, you guys think about that. You are the bosom and the womb of society. Just a little bit of your genuine generosity goes a long way. And we all agree on that, but what else can we agree on? You know what I mean? Can we agree to go camp out on their lawn tomorrow without violence, without them being able to point their finger and say, you are such and I must act this way? You know, that's when you genuinely gonna get to them. We want this fever, we want this fervor to say you cannot live in our tax-paid house. Our taxes cannot pay your salary while you live in our house. Also, that's a taxpayer's house, and that's what it should be. You know, in what way can you stop paying your taxes? No, I think them seeing your face every day and knowing that they will have to come to the realization that you're not going anywhere will do much more than you breaking down a store's door or breaking down your neighbor's door. You have to go to the heart of the matter. And knowing that the heart of the matter has the same eyes, ears, nose, and mouth as you, and what you profess is reality, they must come to that reality. I don't know. Is it a fantasy? Well, it's a fantasy that we're going to be violent because we pay for those guns and we pay for those armored cars, that we're going to be violent and win that way. It's not going to happen. Okay? It never did, it never will. We see Donald Trump being brought up of charges of collusion with one of the nations of this earth that were blatant violators of human rights. And little by little, we are becoming comfortable with America being a violator. It's always been violation. But how come it seemed like it's getting more blatant? She's angry. And rightfully so. But boy, I must have to tell you now, when me was a little boy and we go to rally, we spend half the day setting up a PA system that everyone who comes to that rally can hear what is said by each speaker. So those in the front may be getting the animation and may even be hearing what she's saying, but here in the mid-ground, and I'll swing around, here in the middle you just can't hear what is being said. So the energy and the fever that is brought on by gathering like this, it seems to die in the front, and those in the middle and the back are just cheering because the front starts to cheer. Am I being a stickler for some detail that does not exist? Well, judge for yourself. And not only judge from this recording, but when you go to a rally, like I said, I'm from the generation of Michael Manley and Edward Seaga's epic Western society battles when it comes to politics. And it's not so much what they were fighting about, but how the West was changing, yet was on the verge of staying the same.